happy when I play that. Try again. You guys are making me nervous now. I'm usually nervous playing guitar in front of like one person, but we'll try again. Fuck this. I'm better off skiing. I think this is actually kind of making a good intro now. Got it. So, screw guitars, I'm not so good at it. Let's talk about my favorite Piste skis. And these are those. I know this is a ski review, but the main thing that funds these videos are our camps. So consider joining one of our ski technique, freeride or freestyle camps for adults and take your skiing to the next level. Hope to see you at one of them. Ciao. First ski I want to talk about is my favorite slalom ski. It's the S9 World Cup version, which is a super aggressive slalom ski. So what's good about this ski? The number one thing is that it makes skiing a sport. It's a lot of work skiing a ski like this, because you have to make 1,000 turns per run at least. I don't know, because you make so many with, what is it, 12.7 meter radius or whatever? 12.5 even. That's like really short. Next thing that's good about it, it's very, very stiff. And the torsional stiffness is another good thing. It's just incredible. That's what you watch people on TV ride. And it's a lot of work to ski it, but it's also really fun because it grips ice and firm stuff like crazy. Oh, that's the wrong way to drift. Well, all of those things are fantastic about this ski. There are also some bad things about it. Number one, it grips the snow too good. It turns too sharp. It's too hard to handle for me in the beginning. It took a while for me to get good enough at skiing to kind of feel like, you know, handling this ski. Because if you lose grip, you know, it shatters a bit and like it wants to carve clean or nothing kind of. But while all those things are the bad things, it's just to know, like, it's a lot to handle. It's much better to get the more recreational version, the normal S9, than this one for, let's say, the bottom 99% of skiers. Just because it is, you know, it's a FIS version for a reason. The best people in the world ski it, and they rip it, and I'm not quite good enough for that. And chances are, neither are you. Sorry to break it to you. So let's talk about who this ski is for. It's for excellent skiers or people who are really quite good and want to become more excellent maybe. I still feel like I'm not quite good enough for it, but I have a lot of fun on it when I ski it. Making snappy carve turns, incredibly fun, but also my favorite turn on this ski is the race short turn or whatever you want to call it, where you make a short turn where you skid a little bit in the middle of the arc, but so little that you get two banana-shaped tracks in there. It's great. So that's the S9 FIS for you all. Next ski is the G9. It's more of a like good recreational ski, GS, 18.2 meter radius in 177. It's a good ski. It's reasonably stiff, and you can make sick turns on it. So being out carving on this one is hella fun. But you got to ski pretty fast with 18.2 meter radius, really lay it down, which is challenging, or too challenging for most skiers to ride a ski like this, but I quite enjoy it. But the good bits on it, turns good, it wants to grip the snow, amazing torsional stiffness, normal stiffness. It's a great ski to shred the piste. The bad things about the G9. Basically, for me, I think 18.2 meter radius here in Larks, where I ski mostly, it's a little bit too large for my taste for long carve turns. Like a little bit tighter radius, because I get to ski so fast on it, and I think it often gets a little bit sketchy with other people on the slope, etc. But you know, the way it's built, I can't say anything bad about it really, except that it's not a twin tip ski. I'm a freestyle skier, you know, through and through. So I like double tips, but it would make no sense on this type of ski. So there's not much bad to say about it, more than for my resort, my skiing here, I find the radius a bit too large. Oh, I forgot to say, who is this ski for? It's for people who like to ski fast, do large turns. But while saying that, you can also have an amazing time doing short turns on this one. Just before doing the level 4 ski instructor license thingy, or like the technical ski exam, a friend, he was pissed off that I was skiing a bit too recreational of a ski and thought it was too soft for me to make my best turns. And I think he was right. And this one actually helped me also do my better short turns, because it's stiff, it's good. Yeah, next ski. Atomic X9S. The color may fool you and think this is a ski for recreational skiers. It is not. Don't let it fool you, just because it's not the classic atomic red. But this ski is my absolute favorite right now, because it's the best of two worlds. Like the G9 or the S9 FIS. Like this ski, like damn it, it is stiff. It has 15.2 meter radius, which I find an amazing size radius, where I have time to do my best turns. I dare to really lay it down, get it on pretty high edge angles, and I feel like I can, yeah, show my best turns on this one. Because on the G9, the radius is so large, I have to ski so fast. I wouldn't say I get too afraid, but a little bit. I think it's limiting my skiing, the high speed, and I have some respect for, you know, doing sick turns at high speeds. I'm just not that great at it yet. So on this ski, I have so much fun. The long turns are just great. They're to lay it down. 15 is still tight. I find them kind of easy to control the speed on like black rounds, because I can make many turns. And short turns on them, it's just fun. I can do the race ones with double bananas, a bit more classic short turns, a little, you know, bouncy and more skiddy. It's so good. But let's not only talk about what's good about it. The bad things about this ski, like any other Piste ski, it's not a freestyle ski, no twin tip. You can still land switch and stuff on it, but that's one thing. It's probably too stiff for most skiers. Potentially 15.2 is still a little bit too tight of a radius for many skiers to really show their best turns. Maybe 16 meters, 17. It's a little, no, it's maybe better, because it's still a tight radius. And with such a stiff ski that really wants to rip turns. For a weaker ski, you know, once you lose the edge, you know, you can get into this shattering feeling, and it's, yeah, it can hurt you. Like it can can make you fall over kind of aggressively, because it just wants to do pure carves and rip it. And that's, like the FIS ski, this is quite a lot to handle for me and most others. So this ski is for you who wants to rip long turns that are short, but not as short as the slalom ski. You're probably an excellent skier who can ski really good. Otherwise, you probably shouldn't get this one. Get something a bit softer in the beginning that's more forgiving. Yeah, so it's for really good skiers who thinks 18 meters is too big and 13 is too small, which I think is a lot of people like me that ski pretty well is looking for something like this. Super stiff charger with short radius. Yum. Let's talk about what's going on in my ski boots when I ride the Piste. And I ride the same boot for freestyle, the Hawx 130, and it's a really good boot. But if you see the thing in the back, is a Carv unit. And Carv, if you've seen enough of my videos, you've seen some promotions for them. They totally pay Stomp to make some ski tutorials, but they do not pay for this video. I make this video because I want to. And also I believe in the product. I've spent somewhere, I just spent 7 grand on Carv units and then maybe 5 more. So a bit over 10 grand I spent in Swiss francs on these products to using Camp Guest's boots. So I actually put my own money behind it because I think it's good for our camp guests to use it with our coaches. Anyway, the good things about Carv. The number one thing for me is that it makes me try harder, because it really makes me want to ski better. Because I want to have higher ski IQ, I might look at some metrics like higher edge angles, more outside ski pressure, etc. And I want to see if I'm actually improving on these. And I trust the data I get in the app from this one, because I think it is quite accurate. It's not perfect, but it's quite accurate. Next good thing about Carv is that it gamifies skiing, and it makes skiing alone a whole lot more fun. When you get to listen to this app, you can have headphones in it and listen to feedback after every turn, which is pretty cool. I go ping, 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 ping. Congratulations, you leveled up, you're at level 8. Do, what did it say, 10 more turns to reach the next level with higher edge angles. Try again, and it's like, and I'm like, screw you, I'll show you. So once again, it motivates me to try harder. Next good thing, let's have a little look what I wrote down. Yeah. And the next good thing about it is that you can track progress over time and see if you're improving on stuff. And it's quite meaningful. But you know, although I think the product is really cool, how it teaches you, gives feedback, gives you a little advice, like go out of the turn, like rising out of a rocking chair, whatever. You know, sometimes even learn some new ways of saying some feedback, which is quite neat. But like any product, it's not only good. The number one bad thing about Carv, I think it's pretty antisocial. So to use it around other people with headphones in, listening to feedback in the lift, getting interrupted is not that nice. So I mostly use it alone or without the headphones and just maybe check the data like on the lift briefly or so, because I don't know about you, but I have phones enough in my life that when I go ski, maybe I don't want to have my phone around and play with it all the time. I want to ski, experience the mountains, etc. That's basically the biggest con of this product. I must have had some more bad stuff. The last con or bad thing about this one is that I actually once had to change boot to the slightly wider, larger volume version of this boot to fit it. But then that boot got stolen or something, and now I'm on the narrow one. And it's okay now. Like, I got used to it, but it was a bit painful at first. So if you have to get another boot to fit this, what is it, like 2mm board, because you like to ride your boots tight, that's not great, obviously, if you gotta have a secondary boot to have this in, which can be the case for some of my friends who also ride tight boots. They struggle fitting it. Let's speculate who this is for. When I first tried it, I did think it was more for beginner, intermediate, somewhat advanced skiers, but not quite for someone as good as me. But now, having been used it for quite a while, I find value in it. It makes me a better skier because I try harder. I look at the feedback, look at the edge angles. It's nice to get this sort of feedback. I like it. I don't look super much at the exact wording or feedback phrases it gives me. Although I do sometimes. It's like, oh yeah, that's a good way of thinking about exiting a turn or entering to a turn. And I'm like, oh, it helped a bit. But in general, it's more like a tracking tool for me where I'm like, oh, I could get better at that. Or I do one of the games to have fun when I'm alone. But so from beginner to quite advanced can benefit from it because it is really quite accurate. Oh, one more bad thing. Are we rolling?
Yeah.
One bad thing that's importantly bad about it is that it only tracks the feet. Obviously, the feet are super important and every turn should begin from them. But it doesn't see your upper body. So if you have some bad habits, like, you're super forward, backseated is going to see it down there, but Still doesn't see if you do weird things with your upper body, really. Although, if you just lean in, you're not going to have a lot of outside ski pressure. So it can tell you to get more outside ski pressure, give an advice for you to do this, but doesn't really see what the upper body is doing. Maybe they'll come up with something that does that in the future. We will see. Yeah, and for the boot, the Hawx 130 Ultra S, great boot. I talked about it in our freestyle gear video, so check it out there. I'll talk about all the details of it. It's a very good boot. It's stiff, it's fun, grippy sole. I recommend it. But maybe get softer flex if you're lighter or less strong skier. Thank you guys so much for watching this ski review. Check out the links down in the description if you need to buy any ski gear. It doesn't even need to be the ones we talked about in this video. It'll still help fund making more videos, teaching hundreds of thousands of you to ski better. See you in the next video. Ciao.